When you're looking to add people to your team, other coaches, administrators, parent volunteers, or some other form of staff, when you're logged into your account here, you have to be an administrator in order to access these settings to be able to do this piece of it. But when you're logged in, make sure you're looking at the right team first. If you're on multiple teams, you can use this drop down here to toggle between the team that you're on. Just make sure you're in the team that you're wanting to add the individuals to. Then you're going to come down to people and staff. Now we're going to click the add coach button. Now we call a coach any sort of administrator, coach level, anyone that's not a parent or a swimmer within the system. So coach is sort of the generic term we use. But that doesn't mean that they can't have different permission settings, and we'll look at that here as we add them. So the first thing we're going to do is click Add New Coach. You can add a profile image if you have one. Then you would type in their name, and then their email address. And then their title. You could say whatever their title is. Now, when it comes to their permissions, there's 3 levels that you can mix and match how you want. General means that they will have access to the dashboard, the meets for registration, calendar, training information, roster, messaging. They'll be able to run certain reports and jobs. With the website, they would be able to access the website. And having access to the website depends on the exact subscription level that you're on. And then if you have the finance selected, that means they'll be able to also manage meet billing. They'll be able to manage payments and programs and registrations. They'll be able to run financial reports. And with all 3 selected, they will be an admin. And with that finance selected, they'll also be able to access the settings, which will allow them to manage some of the settings with how the team works and functions and other parameters for how you want your club and your team to be managed. So depending on this, you will click this and hit save, and that will add them. If they have an account already, they will be connected. They will receive a notification they've been added to a team. If they do not have an account set up already, they will receive a notification from Commit indicating that they've been invited by you to join the team as a coach. There will be a link that allows them to set their password so they can log into their account, and then from there they can access their portal. As you add all of these different individuals, though, you'll notice right now they're grayed out. Right up here is showing me how many people are currently using a seat on the subscription we're paying for. The subscription here allows for up to 15 users. So now I can toggle them on, and now they will have access to everything based on their permissions. If they are toggled off, they will not be able to log in and access anything because they will not be connected to a paid subscription. If they are connected to any paid subscription, they will be able to log in, but if they are toggled off, they will not. And if you end up having more coaches on here than your subscription allows, you have 2 options. One, you can toggle people on and off on a as needed basis. So if you have coaches that only are with you every now and then, you would be able to come in, toggle them on when they need it, and then toggle them off when they don't. You would be able to switch who does and does not have access, or you can contact us and we can add extra seats for an additional fee to your subscription. Once you've added your coaches here, the only other step left to take is to go over to your training groups. And to do that, you'll come to your training and go over to groups. Now, when you have training groups already linked to your team, which in this case here we can see the Silver Squad, the Fox Heath Rays, and the Mayhem Marlins are all connected to the Fox Heath Rays team. If they are already connected, when you add anyone to that staff list, they will automatically be put onto the list here. Now, if there's a situation where you need someone not to have access to this specific training group, like let's say for this one, Jamie here does not need access, we can just come in and remove from that list. So now when Jamie logs in, Jamie will only be able to see the Fox Heath Rays and the Mayhem Marlins. She will not be able to see the Silver Squad. There's a section of other groups here. These are groups that the account that I am on are a part of, but are not connected to this team. So I can see them because they are attached to my account, but they are not connected to this team or any other team. So they will always show for me here. And then there's my archive training groups. Now, if you ever add someone and the training group is not mapped to your team, it will not automatically add them. Then you would have to go in and come in to manually add someone to the training group if needed. You can either do it right here by typing in the email address and hitting save, or coming into the settings and under coaches you can add, and then same thing. You can add the email address right here again, and that will put them right back in here.